This is patchonestripe.com TV repair parts, your number one source for quality, hard to find TV parts. Today this video is in reference to the Bose Wave Music System. This ribbon cable that you're looking at is a replacement for the ribbon cable that attached to the single cassette deck in the main console. It was damaged. Before I got to this point where I cut off the ends, I thought I could just peel the exposed conductors off the little hard part, and I'd have them to solder to the circuit board. I think I had the soldering iron a little too hot, and that didn't come out like I wanted to for some reason, and I cut that part away. And now what you're looking at now is I reduced the heat on this soldering knife, and it's on my mini soldering iron, so that I could melt away the insulation. So this technique was successful. So you just bear with me to the end to see the results. It's somewhat tedious process. What you're looking at is you're looking at it through the lens of the microscope that I use. And these microscopes are awesome. I have a couple of them around the shop that I use, and they basically paid for themselves. One paid for itself, and another one, and some other pieces of equipment. So it's a good move, because it's some things when you go on the component level or troubleshooting, or you going down to the micro level, you just can't see with your eyes. So kick back and enjoy the video. And I believe on this particular Bose radio system that I'm working on, it damaged this ribbon cable, not this one, but it damaged the ribbon cable somewhere in the middle of the cable where it was really hard for me to make the repair. So I went through my collection of saved cables, and I found a match that had the rigid end on it. So I tried one thing, like I said earlier, and I didn't like the outcome of that, so I just simply cut the ribbon cable a little shorter and tried something else. And it was successful. Um, I'm doing this work on a flat heat sink that I got off of BGA on a scrap board or a donor board. So, and it's aluminum. So, just to let you know what I'm doing there. Basically, just using what I have. That may be hard for you to see with that glare on it right now, but I flipped it to the other side, and I'm going to do the same thing to melt that insulation off of those conductors. Now be sure you stay to the end because you want to see the finale. This was a pretty slick move, okay? I got to say so myself. And again, this is the ribbon cable off the single cassette unit from the main console of a Bose Wave radio or a Bose Wave Music System, AM, FM, CD, and auxiliary input as well. So as you can see, we starting to gain some ground on this ribbon cable here. Now you're looking at this in real time. This was my first time doing this. I've tried several times with other cables and I didn't have much success. So I got coned up with the damage on the original cable for this cassette unit, and something had to happen today. So you're seeing this unfold in real time. Now the beauty of this video, anything under the microscopes that I have, they have a recorder and a camera. Videos. I like to run videos when I'm working under there, under the microscope. And that's because when I'm working with tiny components, sometime if you're using hot air or anything like that, it's easy to get a component out of place. I can always rewind and see where it went, or see if something missing, something different. Or like this particular video, it just turned out I have footage of what I did. It's not like I did it 2 or 3 times. Like I said, you're seeing this unfold in real time, and this is my first time, trying this technique, and it was successful. I'll be doing it in the future if needed. Right now I'm taking the insulation out between the conductors. So what I'm doing, I'm finding another clean spot on that heat sink that don't have any of the plastic, the melted plastic on it, and trying to get more of it off the conductor so that I'm able to solder it to the PC board. And I want to take the time to give a shout out to one of my biggest fans, Tony D in the Big BR. That's my grandson. So we've secured the ends of the ribbon cable on each side. Now we're gonna work each conductor, soldering them in to the circuit on the board. And then we'll do a continuity test to be sure that everything is clear. We don't have any short circuits. And again, this is patchonestripe.com, TV repair parts, your number one source for quality, hard to find TV repair parts. And as you can see, we also do the repairs on the Bose Wave Music Systems. We do total refurbishments on each unit, and we've had 100% success since we started that particular service up. Now I'm taking this 90% alcohol and I do the cleaning. I use that also when I'm using flux. And most solders, sometimes it has a rosin core, so it'll leave a little residue, but I use this, I either do it with depending on what I'm working on, I use a toothbrush to really detach it from the surface while using Q-tip. And that's to clean up the area when I'm through soldering. I really hope you're enjoying the video. It's my pleasure to deliver it to you, to share.